Welcome to Poul's Kitchen. This is Chef Paul with Chef Amy and Chef Alex. Chef Amy just woke up, so give her a little bit of grace here. Say hi, Amy.
Hi.
She's working grave shifts this week, so it's a little struggling for her. So today we're going to be doing a video on burrito, but it's not just a burrito, it's a fish burrito. And it's haddock, it's fresh, it's tasty, it's got a little zing to it, and it's going to be awesome. So Amy, without any further ado, or would you prefer a plate?
No.
All right, so let's take a bite and let's see what you think. Since Amy has no idea because she was sleeping the whole time I was making this. Really good?
Mm-hmm.
How's it taste?
Good.
It's got homemade tartar sauce, haddock. It's got its own vegetables with radish and peppers and cilantro rice. It's going to be great and zingy. Stay tuned to see more. Hit that like, share, subscribe button. And if you have Amy on Facebook, say good morning. Kitchen. This is Chef Paul. With me today is Chef Alex.
Hi everyone.
Chef Amy would be here helping me, but she's in bed sleeping because she worked a grave shift, and I want to make sure we have a good meal for her when she wakes up. Otherwise, she's going to be cranky. But I'm going to have a little surprise at the end. Yesterday, Alex and I went down to Waterfront Halifax, and we went to a restaurant that I'm not going to name, and we had what should have been a good meal. It was fish tacos. The biggest problem was, it was really small serving. They didn't give you fries with it, so you kind of had a tease, but you really didn't get filled for the price that you paid for it. Am I right, Alex?
Yeah, the portion sizes were way too small.
And the biggest problem with it is they put so much batter, you get very little fish, a lot of batter, and it's not good for you. Because it's deep fried, it's garbage.
Yeah.
So Alex was really upset because he figured, should have got a bigger size and maybe order some fries with it. Probably would have been better, but it would have been expensive. Fish isn't cheap. It really isn't. So what we're going to do today is, I'd like to say we're going to make fish tacos. We're going to make fish burritos. A little bit better. It's going to be more filling, and we're not deep frying anything. I mean, Alex, do you want it deep fried?
No.
Do you want batter?
Not really, no.
No. So we're going to start off by making rice, because this is going to be the biggest pain in the ass, because it takes time. I'm using a rice maker. If you don't have one, get with the times, people. Get a rice maker. Seriously, you do what you need to do. Put it in. Forget about it. It's easy. Get a rice maker. You'll never forget it. You'll love it. It's going to work. So I'm going to put 2 cups of rice in this strainer here, and I'm just going to rinse off and basically wash the rice. It gets rid of a lot of starch, and this is something we do, but I don't normally always film it. Today I'm going to. Why? Because I want you guys to start doing this, because honestly, it's just good. It's good habit. You'll definitely get a lot of better meals out of it. It'll taste better. I want you to feel full from the food that you're eating, not because of the additives or the extra crap that's in the food. Like, one of the biggest things when you're going out to a restaurant, you get battered fish and chips, you're mostly getting full in the batter. Well, I don't know about you, but I didn't go to a restaurant to get battered. I went to the restaurant to get fish. So you want to pay attention, start seeing that the water is starting to come out clear on here. This particular rice, it's actually pretty decent. It's not full of batter. Or pardon me, it's full of starch, so you're good. So we're gonna put this in here. And this, honestly, get a rice maker, man. It's so much easier.
I have a rice maker, and it's very convenient.
It is. It's just so much easier. So, add my water. Just making sure the rice is submerged, and covers here. Turn it on. Done. That's it. That's easy. Like, you can get these for $15 at Walmart sometimes. Amazon has them. Just get a rice maker, turn it on, and that's it. And now you can go back to whatever you were doing. Go watch TV, go play a game, go find some pranks to torture your wife. Tony, go find a new dress. But that just makes the world a whole lot easier. So we're going to be back when we're ready to do the next part. So. Welcome back. So before we go further, please hit the like, share, subscribe button. We really like to increase some viewers, get some more comments. So here I've got some fish. It's frozen, so it is what it is. So the best way to cook that, we're gonna 400 degrees for 20 minutes in the oven. So now, best thing about this recipe, you can actually eat this cold. So you can make your burrito, bring it with you to work the next day, and you're good. So, next part is we're going to make some homemade tartar sauce, and the reason I'm making this homemade is, well, I have certain things that I want with it, so I'm going to take, maybe 2 handfuls of dill pickle. Yes, dill pickle. 3 cloves of garlic. I'm not going to use an onion. Yes, you can use onions, and yeah, I'm pretty sure most people are going to be pretty surprised when they hear me say that I'm not using an onion on this.
I'm pretty surprised.
Yeah, because most times I like eating onion. I love my onions. They're good for you. But in this recipe, I don't think we need it. See, it's pretty emulsified now. Okay, break it down. Doesn't take a whole lot. So we're going to put this right in the mixing bowl.
That could also be a good way to make homemade relish.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, like, another thing you want is a food processor, because honestly, you could spend a long time cutting this stuff if you really want to, but why would you?
Yeah.
It's kind of silly. It's really silly.
And a food processor chops up way more finely than just chopping it up with a knife.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a time saver, right?
Yeah.
Like, I want this to be as minced as you can get it. And I'm sorry, but it's not that easy to do with a knife. It just isn't. It can be done. By any means, it really can be done, but it's not going to happen as easily. I'm going to put a little bit of apple cider vinegar, maybe a tablespoon. Nothing a lot, because we're not trying to eat. We don't want to eat. We don't want to eat apple cider vinegar. It's not what the flavor is. Now here's an important thing. This is olive oil mayonnaise. It's real mayonnaise. Don't get Miracle Whip. Stay the heck away from it. It's garbage. It's not good for you. There's nothing positive about it. Yes, it is a little cheaper to get the Miracle Whip, but
that's because it's not high quality.
It's very low quality, and if you look anybody else's videos when they're using mayonnaise, they'll tell you flat out, like, stay away.
Yeah.
Like, it's just it's a big no-no.
One thing that was kind of a shock to both of us was that when we were at the grocery store. Half the aisle was Miracle Whip.
Actually, it's more like 3/4. It was.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Now, some recipes will say, use lime. You can use a little bit of, or pardon me, it says use lemon. I use lime. It's not going to be that much of a difference. I'm going to put a bunch of onion salt in here. Onion powder, I should say. I'm going to put some Parmesan. Yeah, it's not a traditional sauce, but I'm not a traditional guy. Put this over here, otherwise Amy doesn't know what it is. And then I'm going to put some parsley. That's pretty much the end of that. And then we're going to take a moment. We're just going to stir her in here, get her all mixed up. Want to make sure it's really mixed in so everything actually is amalgamated properly. And you know what? Even home cooks have to learn a really important thing. Once you have things stirred in, taste test. I mean it, like taste test, taste test, taste test. You have to taste test. It's really important. Now another thing I'm going on too, when you look at my chicken, there's nothing on it. I didn't put any spice on it. I might put a little pepper on it when it's done and a little bit of lime, but that's about it. I ain't doing anything else to it. I like putting a little pepper. And there's also no salt. Don't use salt. But everything should come to a level where it should actually be really good. It should be really, really tasty. But as a cook, you need to be able to stick a fork in. Yeah, that tastes about right to me. Don't go crazy with it, because it is mayonnaise. You don't want to eat mayonnaise, you just want to give it a little taste test. Make sure it's good. Now my rice is done, so I need one little quick step on this because it is something that one little quick step that's going to make it a little special. And you're going to ask me what makes that special, and this is cilantro, guys. We're making cilantro rice. After that, it's going in the garbage.
I think that'd be really good.
Oh, absolutely! I love cilantro. If you're making anything that's remotely styled to a Mexican dish, you kind of need cilantro. It's just the way it is. It's like, when do you get a Mexican taco or something that's actually got a real legitimate Mexican flavor to it that's not got cilantro? It's a must-have. If you want to make it anywhere near authentic, anywhere near as good, then it really has to have it. There's just no way around it. So you just want to give it a good rough chop. It'll just add more flavor to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now our fish still has 14 minutes, so. But before we go to that, I just want to check the fish to make sure everything looks kosher on that, which I'm sure it will. And it's starting to look really good. You want to cook down so that it's nice, white, and flaky, so it breaks apart. It's just so much more flavorful, and it will be so much better that way. I'm just going to take my fork here. Let's fluff this up a little bit. Now, one thing I'm seeing a trend on, people like to bake their, plain boil or just fry up their tortillas a little bit. You can if you want. But the one thing, and it really bothers me a lot, is when I see people take their hand, take the tortilla, and put it right on the burner. And some of these people have like an actual flame burner, and please don't do that. I see people do this, and it's on a recipe video, and it's stupid.
That's how you hurt yourself.
Yeah, you can hurt yourself really bad. Like you'll get burned, and that's just you don't want that. So you take some butter, maybe 2 spoonfuls of butter, because you want to make this nice and wet. After you fluffed it. I'm going to put a little bit more lime in here. If you have fresh lime, then you know what? Go for it. Fresh lime is so much better than this, but where we're up north, it's not always easy to get. For some odd reason, in the wintertime, we see a lot of it. Summertime, not so much. Why, I don't know. I've never gotten a really intelligent reason for that, but... And I normally wouldn't have this much left, but we do, and it's going to go bad soon enough if I don't use it, so some of that is going to go in the garbage because I just don't have a use for it. And you don't want to put too much, because too much is, a little bit of a waste, right?
Yeah.
You want the flavor, but you don't want to go too crazy. So that's our Mexican style rice. If you wanted to go a little bit more crazy with it, you can fry that. After it's already been cooked, you can definitely fry that. I find it's better this way. We don't need to go any further than that. This is done. I'm happy. Everybody should be happy. So basically now we're waiting, 5 more minutes for the fish to finish. I'm going to have you hit the like, share, subscribe button. I'm going to put Alex to work doing dishes. Joking, it's not his house, he doesn't need to do that. But we'll be back when the fish is done, and we'll start cooking up our last 2 veggies. And I think we're pretty much done. Welcome back. So we're almost done. So now we're doing our fish, and we just got to basically flake her up a little bit. And this should be super easy. So when it's cooked, it should break away, very easy, tender. Now, one beautiful thing about this, when you're serving this, it does not have to be hot. You can if you want. You just have to, rearrange the way that you're doing it so that it's a little bit more streamlined than the way we're doing on the video, because to be fair, to be perfectly fair at that, I'm doing things step by step, and that's how we do it. I chopped up 1 sweet pepper in a bag of radishes. Probably not going to use them all, most likely not, but we can use them for other things, so it's not going to get wasted. One thing about radishes, before you start cutting them up, wash them. Cut the ends, wash them really good, because they are dirty. They are very, very dirty. So, see how easy this flakes right up?
Yeah.
Nice and flaky, and that's the way that you want it cooked.
And this is haddock.
Yeah, haddock it's a Atlanta Canadian thing. Yes, I'm making haddock burritos. I really do understand that most people are thinking burritos or thinking Mexican. I'm doing something more in the style of Atlanta, Canada. If you live in Atlanta, Canada, then you know about haddock. It's probably your favorite fish because, we eat a lot of it. So this is pretty much what we're doing. Now, haddock is known to be it comes without the bones. It's boneless. It's really good that way. I'm going to turn this around because we're going to use this to actually make the burritos, and quite frankly, I don't want to have that stuff on it. So the only thing I'm going to do with this, I'm just going to put a little bit of lime on it. That's it. That's all you need. You do not need anything else. And I said I had a little bit of a surprise. Amy's is gonna have a little scorpion death pepper on hers. But she doesn't need to know that, and she's not even awake right now, so if Alex doesn't say anything, then she won't know. And I said I was only gonna put that on there, but I'm gonna put a little pepper. Because pepper is always good. But that's it, you don't need a whole lot of else. A lot of people think, oh, we need to marinate. Technically, if you marinate fish, for the most part, it's going to cook itself.
Yeah.
And it's not going to cook the right way or the way you want it to. Don't marinate your fish. You don't need a whole lot here. There's so many other flavors in here that it's just it's a waste of your time.
You also don't need to add any salt.
No, definitely no salt.
Because fish already has a lot of sodium.
That's all.
It has some, yeah.
But it's a more natural sodium.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to, and that's the thing I think most people falter on when they think about cooking is like, because you hear things like from Gordon Ramsay and all the other people that you absolutely positively have to have a lot of salt. You don't.
You don't
need it. It's nice to have a little bit, yes, but if you look at the ingredients of what you're cooking,
yeah,
most of it's right there in front of you. It'll tell you there's already salt, so you don't need any more. So we're not going to fill this crazy because it's just going to be messy and everything else, and we don't want that either.
And it has to close too.
Yeah, so just don't overfill. So I'm going to put some of our rice mix there. I'd have a little bit more dishes, but Alex said he didn't feel like doing dishes. Go figure. You go visit in somebody's houses and they put you to work. So, got some fish on there. Nice healthy portion of tartar sauce. Gonna buy more fish on payday, so that will still get used. And this time I'll have much more fish, so I can make much more of this. So, how's that?
I think that's good.
So I'm gonna try to do this the way that I know how to do it. I'm not perfect by any means. So I'm just going to pull that part in. By all means, not the perfect burrito, but it's still good. So I'm going to grab a plate. And that's burrito number 1. Now, give me a second here, Alex. Just so I know which one this first is going to have the crank.
I don't think she'll mind having a bit of hot sauce on hers.
Yeah, but it's also her breakfast too, right?
Yeah. Well, it's gonna wake her up then.
Yep. Amy, when you watch this video with me later, I love you. Like Alex said, we just want to wake you up a little bit. So.
That much?
No, she says she likes hot sauce. Let's see if that works. There's rice with it, so we should numb it down.
Yeah. She's still gonna taste the kick though.
Yeah, it should be just a kick though.
I wonder how hot that sauce is anyway.
It's pretty freaking hot. She can handle hot sauce almost better than anybody I know.
Yeah.
Alex is about the only person I know that can really compete with her. But,
Funny enough.
yeah. But normally, and depends on how she's feeling too. If she's feeling really good, then I don't think Alex would stand a chance. But that's only when she's feeling good.
Yeah.
We'll put some there. This may not turn out to be the perfect burrito. I'm not the burrito expert here. I try to do my best, but I try. And what she's probably going to do is she's going to take a fork, making pork to it. Some people like to fry it so that it stays open. You can do that. Or stay closed, I should say. I'm not a big fan of that myself, but
A lot of Mexican restaurants will fry their tortillas.
next time I think I'm actually going to make my own tortillas.
Yeah.
Just so I can make them bigger and build them better. But guess this is a use.
Didn't you already put hot sauce on one?
Yeah. So when I do the intro video, I kind of want to definitely have the hot one.
Okay.
If I only make one hot, how do I know which one she's going to pick first? I can't just,
Yeah, true.
you know, hey, pick this one, pick this one. Come on now, she's not that dumb. Amy's pretty sharp, so you make them look different. She knows something's up,
Yeah.
and she's totally not stupid.
Just as long as she doesn't pick the one without hot sauce.
Yeah, because that wouldn't be funny.
No.
Then I'd have to film like her eating the whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't know how the heck I'd get around that one, but God knows I try though. And believe it or not, folks, the most expensive part of the recipe was the tartar sauce.
Because of the mayonnaise.
Yep.
Mayonnaise is really expensive now.
Now you can choose other vegetables if you want. Choose radish because it gives it a little bit of bite. It's a little sharp. I don't know that I'd say hot. That might be a little bit too much for me to go out and say, but
Radish can be spicy if it's uncooked.
could be a little bit, I guess. But this is the Amy special. Should I say hot enough to burn her eyelashes off?
I think so.
Yeah. So that's going to be it for now. Please hit the like, share, subscribe button. Let me know what you think. Watch the intro. Please, I hope you watch the intro because you should see Amy enjoying herself. So until next time, please stay safe. And let's make cooking great again, guys. Let's build that wall around McDonald's and make them pay for it. Have a great day.